Welcome back, everybody, to Limeade 2.0, Day 3, benefiting Solid Strife. We've got up here, we've got Metal Gear Solid Mobile with Hau5test. Hau5test, how you doing today?
Doing great. I'm still a bit sore from the loss just a minute ago, but it's fine. We're not going to play another game. It's another chance to redeem myself, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Metal Gear Solid Mobile is a game many people have not seen it, and that's mostly because you could really only play it on the actual phones. We're playing it today on emulator, and hopefully more people catch on to it. I have with me J93. Oh, welcome. Thanks again for commentating with me.
Thank you very much, House. Thanks for having me.
And then I would say, Brad, if we're ready, count me down, and we're gonna hit start.
Sure, let's get this going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so I like to play in the first few seconds of this intro because look at Snake, look at his face. He's grumpy, he didn't get his coffee in the morning. I say, come on, let's get this mission over. So this is a very quick run. I will mostly focus and Jay will mostly talk today.
So off we go. So as you can see, Metal Gear Solid Mobile, released in 2008 for the Engage series. As previously mentioned, it was very hard to get hold of and play this game due to it only being available on the actual phone itself, but we now have emulation. So here it is. So just running through now, going through all the rooms. It's only 4-way movement in this game as well, as you can see, so it looks a little bit clunky. So first room, going through, picking up the chaff grenades, getting those off and just running through there. So just following on to the next room, running straight past that guard. Up the stairs to the left and keep going. So where we're going to now is the first terminal. What we need to do there is a little mini game. Once that's successfully completed, we'll be able to access the door that we've just ran past there. Keep an ear out for the alert music as well. It's pretty good, to be fair, for a mobile game.
Yeah, what's also fun is if you alert a guard, there's a long time until actually the alert starts. And we can literally walk past this one, for example, and go to the terminal and have a conversation, and it doesn't matter.
Yep. So as you can see here, what you need to do is just follow up the line with it there. There you go. So as you see, House has got that first time. Very good.
Memro.
Skip the codec, and we're going to run back all the way to where we was before, where the stairs were. If you remember, there was a little door right in front of it, but we're going to go through there this time.
What's also fun is about codecs in this game, you can actually answer them early, and you can also skip them with just one button press, so it's very fast to go over them, which makes the speedrun also more movement focused.
It's a good job, really, as well, because there are quite a lot of codecs, as you'll see. But like Hal said, we skip through them quite quickly anyway. So we took a bit
Here's
of
an
damage
alert,
there.
but that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because next room we have a task to do, and the alerts are still off again.
First section is not too bad, but even when you do get seen by a guard and get shot, it doesn't do all that much damage, so we're not too fussed if we do catch an alert. So we've cracked another chaff grenade, so that's so we can get past these cameras. So double tap the elevator, jump in, and down we go.
Yeah, guards really don't care. I guess they're a little bit underpaid. There's he's already there. Whatever. And here's Purple Snake.
Yes, so as you might notice, all of a sudden this snake's now purple. It's a big mechanic of the game in regards to camouflage. So what we'll do throughout the game is we'll be changing our colour. So at the minute, like as you can see, he's purple. We'll be changing to other colours such as red or green. That lets us get past certain areas. So it's running through the mess hall. Another codec. Pop another chaff to get past the camera again. And come continue on through the hallways.
The game reminds me a little bit of Metal Gear MSX, which I ran yesterday. There also we have to, you know, sort out our ration and health a lot, and this game is already similar to that.
Mm-hmm. There will be a very key piece of menuing later on, which is going to enable us to do a big skip, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Hmm.
Some more codex going up. Another alert there. Pick up the ration and carry on through.
Yep.
We didn't get shot either, that's pretty good.
And for once, we have a room that we enter where we don't have a cutscene and not a dialogue. Especially in the beginning, every time when you open a room, there's a cutscene. Like this one.
So here we go. First usage of the camouflage. So we use it as like a little weapon in this game. What you need to do is point it towards something of the colour. So as you can see there, he pointed to a little red marker on the wall, which is now giving him the red camouflage to get past that room. So carry on, just run straight past through, even though we've got the little alert there, we don't really care, because like we said before, it does take a while. Just keep running through, pick up the chassis and carry on.
Here's the armory. That's a room where we would actually need to grab some weapons and stuff, but this is 90%, and we're gonna get a good skip where we don't need what's in here. For example, Nikita.
So we're going to run through to this little room in a moment, which is where we're going to use the camouflage quite effectively. So we'll go through to the terminal. We're going to do the little mini game again as well in a moment.
Not yet. It's just in a moment when we get the
Yes.
info link. But there's one coming. It's close.
Yes.
Gonna quickly sample the wall here so I can hide myself. And gonna grab this ration here. Again, ration management, very important, but we've got a little bit of time. There we go.
And there's your mini game. So once Paul's completed that, he's going to get back up and run into the corner of the room and hold himself up against it. You'll see it gives you a brand new bar underneath called the Camo Index. So obviously, as you could probably guess, that means he's pretty much not going to be able to be seen there whatsoever. So we're just going to wait for a moment. Good for any donations if there is any.
I do have one for you. We have $5. It's from myself, Bratterfield. Is this a marathon first for Metal Gear Solid Mobile? It's always very interesting to see something new. I'm very engaged.
I think it is. Again, it was really only accessible on these old mobile phones. This was released in 2009. The also Metal Gear Solid 4 released, I think. And just a few months ago, really, like 1 or 2, we got the emulator, which enabled us to play this now.
As you can see, the guards have come back in and they're trying to spot Snake, but they can't due to high Camo Index. So what we're going to do is run straight past him. There we go. So go through here. What we're going to do now is go to the elevator. Once we get up to the elevator, it's going to be pretty much the same path that we took last time, all the way through, but it's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, this is basically a very, singular level. There's a branch to the left, which we now explored. Now we come back to the center, basically, and turn on to the right.
Yes. So the actual premise of this is the way we went through it the first time, it was just full of the guards of the base. It's now been taken over by terrorists. So doing what we do best, it's our job to stop them basically. So as you can see, House just picked up the SOCOM, the gun. What we'll need to do with that is basically to shoot the C4 little modules to clear them out, as you would do, say, in Metal Gear Solid 2, for example.
Mhm.
So in this room, we have 3 of these little modules. That's one of them down.
Leaning against the
Oh, and the
wall is
box.
very time consuming.
Yeah, it is. It's easily done as well in this.
There we go.
And there you go. Straight through. No
You
problems.
also want to make sure that you go through the door where it opens up, because if you try to go through it and you can't immediately because you're on the still closed side, basically, you lose a few seconds just standing there. Right, health is getting low, so I gotta use a ration next soon.
So as you can see, you might recognize some of the layouts. They are exactly the same as they was at the beginning of the game, but a few things have changed because of the extra terrorists that have now occupied the place. They hurt a lot more. If you get shot by them, it takes a lot more damage than the original ones would. So he's just clearing this one out now, and he's going to do the same thing with the camouflage. He's giving himself a green hue. That lets him access this area now and go straight back into the elevator.
It was actually meant to be that you're using your phone camera to sample literally colors, but there's also an in-game system if you don't have one. We're back here again. Previously purple, now green.
So as before, it's same route, just going through it all the way again. It is going to change off in a little moment though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's run through, go up, and then through the same door as before. But this time, where the camera was, there's going to be an extra guard, and we need to use the camouflage equipment on him before we go past. Like such. And the chaff
Have to
grenade.
explode immediately, but you still need to stand still for them. It's a bit tricky. But it worked.
Yeah, gameplay mechanics wise, you do need to remember this is a 2008 Engage service game. It's not top of the range. Obviously, 2008 was the same year Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, so you can tell the difference in quality and production. So we're going to run straight through. So this is where the paths differ. So as you see, the layout isn't the same anymore.
We came from the side
Well,
here, going through the toilets, but now we're going to the right.
So before we
This
went
is
up
where
through that middle door, now we're going
Yeah.
to the one from the far right instead.
Indeed. I hope you like
For
khaki,
anyone who
because that's the
hasn't,
color we're gonna keep.
for anyone who hasn't seen these runs before or even played the game, it is officially the shortest Metal Gear Solid run game. Actually, if you're basing it on obviously the world record time, which is just over 16 minutes, it's about 3 or 4 minutes slower than, faster than the Metal Gear MSX games. So if anyone did want to try it out, it's an easy game to look into. Now we have the emulator for it, so it would be fun to see a lot more people jumping onto it.
Yeah, join MetalGearSpeedrunners.com and our Discord to how to run this one.
Exactly. So we're done with the terminal again. I think that's the last terminal of the game. Is that right, House?
Mm-hmm.
So that's done with that one. So we're going to continue on from there. So earlier on, I did mention, obviously, using the menuing and everything to make sure we do it correctly, because there is going to be a skip in a second, what we call the Armory Skip. What you need to do for that is turn ourselves into the zombie snake. So the way that we do that is we're going to walk into some lasers, but instead of blowing up, we're going to stay alive somehow. So the way we do that is, as we walk into the lasers, we're going to menu at the exact same time, take a ration, and then it's going to start lagging out and give you just plain a plain white screen.
And I
So
need to listen
based
to
on
my
that,
footsteps, so I need silence for that, please.
yeah, that's fine.
There you go. Oh no, I messed up. I'm in the menu. Hang on. Return. Yep. I messed up. Endgame. Hang on, you want to sure. We're gonna resume again. That's fine. Don't worry, guys. We can resume from the same thing again. A minor thing that I accidentally did is going into the camera. You definitely don't want to do that because you want to start moving forward as quickly as possible. So we quickly do it again. It's fine. We're still doing great so far.
It's not too much of a time loss, even if you do mess it up.
And that's it. That's a skip.
Straight
Saves a
through.
good amount of time because you don't need to go with the Nikita in there and shoot 3 of these boxes. So it's still worth it, even if we have to redo it.
Nicely done. So we are getting towards the end game now. So what you seen House do there was the armory skip, as previously advised. What you need to do once you get into zombie state is it's 4 steps up, 2 steps left, 2 steps up, 2 steps right, and 1 up from there. As soon as you hear the door opening, then you're good to go. You basically completed it. So it just picked up a C4, blowing up the wall, and then we're going to carry on through here. So you might be able to notice all the little lines, the little neon lights going around on the floor. That's because basically this game is supposed to be a VR simulation set between the events of 1 and 2. It just means that you start to get to the end of the simulation itself.
We're trying to save Dr. V Reed, and during the gameplay, it's like, oh yes, her initials are VR. And we're like, yeah.
Wait a minute.
I knew it.
Who would have killed these 2 guards?
Yeah, aiming is fucking atrocious, but it's fine. We got through.
Who gets the job done?
It's a bit finicky on the mobile game, but if you get used to it, it's fine.
The strange part is about the aiming is the actual game itself controlling Snake is 4-way, but when you're using the gun, it's actually 8-way. So why that's a thing, I have no idea, but that's just the way it is. That's what we have to work with. So we're going up the last elevator to meet the big bad boss. And no, it's not Big Boss, it's the Commander.
Yep. On top of Medical Rex.
Yes. He's basically just a knockoff Vulcan Raven. So a couple of shots there, he's picked up the FAMAS. I'm just going to throw a chaff grenade. Apparently the chaff grenades, once you throw them, as you can see, after a few shots on the Commander, he gets iframes. If you throw the chaff grenade, it actually reduces the time of the iframes. So we every chance we get, we throw one of those.
Oh, dang it. There we go. Menuing and easy. What's also cool is every time when we have the cutscene like this, all our stuff reloads, so we can grab another ration right now.
Yep, more ammo, more rations. He's going to see his mate's going to turn up with a gun to try and do you in, but we don't care. We're going to ignore him. We're just going to keep our focus on the Commander. And basically rinse and repeat for this.
Yep. Now needing a cooldown. It's not like Raven. Raven Extreme is continuously shooting. Whoop! Wrong button. There we go. I'm always switching back before Farmers and Chaff because I really want to have this continuously rolling.
This is really one of the only scenes, apart from this script, where you do need to have quick menuing. You want to be able to get the chaff out straight back onto your FAMAS so you can get some shots away if possible.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the next cutscene. So what he's going to do now is start shooting some of the boxes. What you're meant to do really is to hide behind those boxes each time before you can get your shots away. So he's now trying to get rid of those. You know where to basically hide.
Oh, I get shot. There we go. I was wondering why it doesn't go down.
You guy to the left is shooting you as well, so.
Yeah. If we tank this now, this is 2 more shots really, and then we're done for. Probably
should be
staying
one
in
more.
these iframes for a long time really. But yeah, I have 2 Russians on me, that's fine. Oh, there we go. One more. Still gonna use that chaff here, just to be sure. It's
Tiny
gonna
bit
shoot
of
somewhere
help.
but on us. And
Yeah.
time's coming up as soon as the animation stops and we see simulation end, so I'm gonna probably count it down a little bit. So time's in 3, 2, 1. Wait. Sorry, wait a bit. And time. And that's Medic Assault Mobile. There's an arrow, there's the credits, and then I'm going to show you the score screen. And 1640, that's nice. That's 3 seconds off my personal best, actually.
Wow, you got a
Very good.
1957 RTA. That's really good.
Yeah. The world record currently is held by Plywood with 16 minutes and 19 seconds. And I'm working on taking this because I think I can. Been very close so far. It's maybe just one more run away. But yeah, thanks again. That was Medic Assault Mobile. First time appearance on the marathon. We will see it next time at Flood Relief 2021. Sunday morning on the Califon Twitch. I hope you tune in for that. It will be at 10 a.m. Central European Summertime. And my man Jay here will also commentate with me again. And of course, as always, thanks for commentating today already. And thanks for having me. Brad, take it over, please.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody. This is the end of my block. I'll be handing it over to Hau5test, so you're not done with him yet. And
I got 2 more.
And after the break, we'll be setting up for Obscure, some survival horror, always a good marathon speedrun favorite. Shout outs again to all the runners. It's good to see. We've got a lot of top level people here. All of these runs have been underestimated. You'll love to see it. Thanks again for everyone supporting Solid Strife with Limeade 2.0. And look at the progress bar. Look at that life bar all the way up. We're less than $144 from this new goal of $17.50. It's just astounding to see all the support from everybody. And just another big thank you before I take off here. So let's keep on keeping on with the rest of Limeade after Obscure Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes with Joseph Joestar. So stay tuned for some incredible runs coming up.